Hi, my name's Jill, and I live with a bipolar diagnosis, which is one of the scariest things to say out loud, which I think says a lot about the stigma and shame that those of us with neurodivergent brains or mental health diagnosis still face in this world. For me, my story came to a crashing start literally 5 years ago when I crashed my vehicle down the road from my house, having a mental health crisis, and ended up in a hospital for 2 weeks, finding my way back to myself. There are certain diagnoses that hold stereotypes a little harsher. There's ones that people don't understand fully, and that can make it really scary to talk about it with people for fear of what they'll think about you. I was diagnosed when I was almost 40, so a little bit of a unique situation that it was a late onset diagnosis. And it came on during pandemic, which I know was a hard time for a lot of people. And there might be some of you out there that are struggling or hiding from issues that maybe got spurred up through that stressful time. And I know we're going through another really stressful time in our world right now. So on this anniversary date, I'm choosing to share with more courage. I've always been a mental health advocate, but now I want to lean in more to my lived experience in case it might connect or resonate with people who have brains a bit like mine. If you or someone you know is struggling, please reach out for help. You don't have to struggle in silence. And if you're struggling, there are ways to get on a path to a happier and healthier life. So please reach out. And if you want to take a look at what I wrote in the caption, words are really important, and how we talk about mental health with people in our lives and our friend groups really matters. So I'm just going to share a little bit of my experience in case it might provide some insight or challenge your perspective or the way you're talking in your own social circles. You never know what someone else might be struggling with that's right there next to you. Because mental health doesn't care what you look like. It doesn't care what your job is. It doesn't care what your marital status is. It's going to show up. And if and when it shows up in your life, do me a favor, will ya? Look for the stories of hope and success and people that have learned to thrive, even with a diagnosis. We're out here, and we want you to know it's going to be okay. When enough of us start talking about it and sharing our stories, we're going to realize that we're much less alone than we realize. And perhaps over time, with enough stepping up in courage, we can start breaking down that fear and stigma, the shame and sometimes embarrassment that can come with having a mental health diagnosis. Together we can move mountains.